Hey everyone, it's Kathy Zilski for Simon Says Stamp, back with another installment of Easy with me, CZ. Today I'm going to make a simple little birthday shaker card project that I hope you will love. Let's take a look at the products I'm using today. For today's card, I'm going to use the pieces from my small gift builder set, and these are all the coordinating dies that go with the CZ Design Birthday Basics. So I want to make a little gift shaker, and I think this is so easy to do, so let's get started with creating the shaker element. First thing I'm going to do is take this piece of Neenah Classic Crest in Solar White. This is the 110 pound, and I'm going to cut out a little window for my shaker. What I'm going to do here is just try to keep this die equal on all three sides. I'm going to tape that down to hold it in place, and I'm going to run it through my little sidekick. And this is going to give me my shaker window. All right, I can set my die cut machine, my little baby, aside, and I'm going to show you a few things. I pulled out this craft papers from Craft Consortium. This is the Ink Drops Ocean, and these are really beautiful papers that have all these gorgeous patterns and designs, and they're just about the dreamiest thing ever. And I cut a small piece to be just a little smaller for my backer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of acetate. I cut a small piece of the Simon Says Stamp clear acetate sheets. I like to keep them in this pocket because it's really convenient, and you can store little tiny pieces in there as well. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to grab my Terrific tape and just add enough tape to hold my shaker window in place. Tear that, like that, and one piece at the top. I will burnish these down nicely with my Teflon bone folder. And now I can release the backers and pop my little acetate window on, which is going to hold all of my shaker bits in place. Now I'm going to grab some foam. I'm going to use shaker strips from Gina K Designs, and I'm going to cut two that are the length of the sides. These are perfect for building shakers. And so we'll come here. I mean, you can go close to the window, you can stay far away. It doesn't really matter. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do the other parts first. Take this little piece here because I want to create a little seal for the shaker bits. So we'll do that. This is a great beginner shaker because sometimes when you have shapes that curve and, you know, go all around, it can be a little more daunting. But this, I'll tell you what, this is so easy to do. And I'm going to fill in, well, I think I'll just do a fresh piece. That. Get it as close as possible, and we're going to cut that right there just to make sure the shaker bits have nowhere to go. Now if you want to fill in a little more extra here just to give a little more support where it's needed, you now have your well to fill. So let's grab the shaker fill. Any fill would look really nice with this. I'm going to use this little pack called Mist Sequins. I thought the blue would be very cute. And the nice thing about these shaker strips, they're not sticky on the inside at all, so you don't have to worry about your fill sticking. And, you know, just add in, you know, a decent amount. You don't need to overdo it. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, and then I think, oh, that was too much. But I actually think that will be nice. Now, if you want to have a few shaker bits that never fall down, you can go ahead, let's just get a few out here, and you can glue a few down in key places. And what I usually try to do here is just keep it more in the center, come here, so that it does not get in the way of the bits. And I'm going to use couple small ones. Where's my other tool? Sometimes this tool works better for, there we go. And maybe do a darker one in here. Not that guy. Well, actually, probably we could do that too. So if you put a few extras up in the center, then it will always be shiny. Okay, let's take some liquid glue and I'm going to add those. Actually, let's put that with the cup side up. There we go. This is just some liquid glue, some Connect glue. So we'll just go, oh, now it's sticking to my, boop, there we go. Let's try this right-handed. All right. Little guy there, a little boop, boop, boop. And that way we'll always see something in the window. Okay, now what you want to do is carefully remove the backers off of your shaker strips. And here you want to be a little careful that you don't vibrate the whole strip area. You want to just pull it off gently and hold this piece down, because I can't tell you how many times, well, I can tell you, actually I'm going to do it like this, how many times I've pulled off one of the strips and then it vibrates the whole thing and all my shaker fill goes right onto what I've just exposed. Okay, we're going to do that. Trying to hold it so it doesn't, they call it easy with CZ. No, I promise. This is a simple shaker project that you can do. There we go. And once you have everything exposed, you want to make sure that the bottom is the larger area. You're going to take your little backer that you just created and you're going to pop it right down over the foam like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it mostly covers all your foam. Secure it like that, and now you have a little shaker. And what's fun is you have permanent parts that are always going to stay, so there's always a little shine in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some matte gold cardstock and create a topper and bow for my box and a little ribbon as well. So here I've got my matte gold cardstock. I'm going to put on the long ribbon, the box topper, and the bow. And we're going to cut these out so that, oh, that didn't slide. Yeah, there we go. So that we can add them to the window. All right, let's get these guys out. And ribbon, box topper, and bow. They're so cute and little. I love it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. This piece is going to inlay here. Sometimes if your die cut isn't completely smooth, you can always just take a little sander here, just on the edge for any little paper hairs. And I'm going to get my liquid glue. We're going to pop some on because this is just going to float right on that window. Okay, but I want to be careful when I place it. I really want to get this a little bit tacky first because I don't want this to slide around on the window. It's very easy to do. Okay, easy with CZ. So we're going to drop it right there in the center, let go, and press. And then I'm going to take a block and just set that on top and press. So what I'm going to do is just put a little glue more at the top of the box, okay, because I want this, oh, come here now, you can do it. My block is a little sticky. I want this to be dipping down right over like that. So it's just creating the topper, sticking to my fingers. All right, move you over a bit. And again, press. So that is the top of the box. And I want this to dip down and meet right with the package ribbon that comes up like that, just because I want to preserve this open space. You can top it right on top of the box if you like. really it's up to you. There are a lot of different ways you can use this little gift builder. So now I have my cute little shaker element, my little package that has the little tone-on-tone color, and this is for the card. So I'm going to set this aside, and we are going to bring in my MISTI, and what I'm going to do here is stamp a greeting. And so I think the greeting, where are my stamps here? Let's take a look. I actually just love so much the Your Gift. And so I think I might do that, or I could do Make a Wish, or I could do Birthday Wishes, but I like this smaller one. Oh, I think Your Gift is just so cute. So you know what? Let's do that. I'm going to put this down. This is some Audrey blue cardstock, and I'm using my MISTI tool today with the Grit Mat from Waffle Flower Crafts inside. We are going to pick this up, and I am going to use my Simon Says Stamp anti-static powder tool, like that. Get that static and oil off the cardstock. And now I'll grab my Simon Says Stamp clear embossing ink. We're going to stamp this up, or ink this up, and then stamp it up. I'm going to hit this probably twice. I want to get a nice coating of my embossing ink. Let that transfer. Oh heck, I'll do one more. I love that you can see it on this cardstock. All right, press. And now I will grab my embossing powder. I'm going to use Simon Says Stamp Ultra Fine Gold Embossing Powder. We'll just sprinkle this on. Tap off the excess. Oh, that looks so good. It slid all off so beautifully. Oh, that's going to be great. All right, we'll get this funneled back inside. Let me get my heat tool warmed up and we'll melt the powder. And that is my pretty gold greeting on the cardstock. Let me get the die and we'll cut this out. Die's in place and we'll cut. I'm going to cut one more little backer for this just because I think that would be adorable. Had a change of heart. I decided to see what it would look like to emboss it with the white powder from Simon versus the gold. And I kind of feel like the white pops better. I think my intentions were right, but I feel like this one is better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this. I'm going to put glue here and just glue this whole other one on top of this one, and that will give it some nice dimension. No one will know. You'll know because you're here watching, but that way we will have a little extra dimension here on the greeting, and that will give it a nice substantial feel. So I will let this adhere and press. Now let's make our note card. And this is the same Audrey blue. So what we'll do is we've got a piece here of 11 inches by 4 1/4. I'm going to score this right at 5 1/2 for a top folding card. Okay. Give that a nice press. Like that. All right, and now all I have to do is glue this down. I mean, this is really simple, right? You could add other things to this. You could put an embossed panel behind here, but sometimes just having a very simple design, you know, it's fun, especially when you're doing something like a shaker that already has stuff going on. So here, I'm just putting liquid glue on the back, and then we'll just center this right on the panel. Right like that. And the liquid glue is nice because it just gives you that little bit of float time, wiggle time to get it nice and level. I can bring this in just to make sure that looks pretty straight to me. And we will press this down as well. And now I'll add my liquid glue to the back of my greeting. So this could be a birthday card or, you know, just a card when you're reminding people, hey, I think you're a gift. I think you're a gift to me. I don't actually have to go all the way out with the glue because it's only making contact in the center, although I would like to turn it this way. And now we'll just press this. And what I like about this greeting is it just fits in that little open space so nicely, but also breaks out of the boundary of the shaker just a little bit, so you can figure that out like that. Hold that in place and let that adhere. And that's the finished card project. So you have this cute little gift shaker window, your gift greeting. Again, you could make this fancier if you wanted. You could put little sequins all over. I am going to keep it very simple for my card today. That is the finished project, and I hope you will give this mini shaker a try. You can find links to all of the products I used today over on the Simon Says Stamp blog. We'll have a blog post with more information, so be sure to check that out. If you're not a subscriber to the Simon channel, become one today, and I will see you back here with another card project next month.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at SimonSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.